Hello everybody, this is Karmsco018, and this is going to be my thoughts on Fairy Tail episode 129. Well, that's when I started this episode, I was not expecting how it would go down, but if you have not watched the reaction, I recommend watching it first, or else I'm going to spoil what happens. Because that's usually what happens when I do these My Thoughts videos, is I recap the episode. So if you haven't seen it, go watch it, or else you're going to get spoiled. Anyway, Urza and Gray are planning on going to do a job, and they try to get, Natsu and Lucy to go with them. But they can't find Natsu, so they go and ask Lucy. But she and Michelle are trying to find information on that clock handle thing that, from the last episode, but they're not having much luck, but they're still looking. So it ends up being Gray and Urza going on a job alone. Well, I could think of one person who wouldn't be happy about that. Yeah, Juvia is not happy. She thinks that Urza's gonna try and steal Gray from her. I'm like, that's his decision, that's her decision. You can't control that. If Gray were to somehow find, like Urza in that way, that's their business. And you just gotta accept it. Which I don't, to be completely honest, I think Urza likes Jalal, in my opinion, and as for Gray, I don't know. I don't know if he's got a preference, because I've never seen him really interact with anyone female-wise and have any kind of evidence to show that he likes them. Anyway, yeah, we cut away to Natsu and Happy Fishing, which, yeah, I've seen him do that before, but apparently he's really bored at the moment. And he ends up almost falling asleep at one point. I found that funny. Considering he's been fishing with Happy many times in the past, and you would think that he wouldn't be bored. Yeah. I guess maybe that's the first time we've ever seen him bored fishing, and he's been bored in the past, but I don't know. Anyway, it cuts to a, forest Vulcan, I think. I don't remember if I think that's the same forest Vulcan that tried to eat the egg that had Happy in it, possibly. If anybody could let me know on that, that'd be great, because apparently it's got a beef with Fairy Tail. And that's the only reason I can think of as to why it would have a beef with them. Anyway, it runs into Loxus, who's apparently been, I guess, hiding out in the woods ever since they got back, and he immediately shocks the living daylights out of it. Didn't even have to move, just stood there and did it. And we see the gigantic lightning flash in the sky, and Natsu sees that. The Thunder Legion sees that. Gajiel sees that. They all come racing to see what it is. And Natsu actually knows it's Loxus. And sorry. On the way to find Loxus, Natsu runs into Gajiel, and they actually plan on wanting to fight the guy. And I'm thinking, oh my god, Natsu, you are so stupid. Cause this guy, on his own, went toe-to-toe with Hades. Possibly would have had a better chance of kicking his butt by himself than Natsu would have. And you're wanting to fight the guy? Yeah, and Gajo actually brings up a big point back when the Battle of Fairy Tail was happening. That, yeah, if it wasn't for Gajiel's help, he probably would have kicked his butt. Instead of, the other way around. And they actually run into to Loxus, and Natsu and Gajo challenge him to a fight. And, well, Thunder Legion had actually gotten there around the same time. And is anybody getting the vibe that either Freed really admires Loxus, which I think he does, obviously, and he's possibly gay for Loxus? Is anybody else getting that vibe, or is that just me? And if he actually is, don't spoil it, okay? Don't give any spoilers, just Let me know if you get that vibe or not. Anyway, they say, oh, if you're not going to get to him, you got to go through us first. And apparently, Wendy actually saw it too, because she shows up and tells them, no, it's supposed to be a special occasion. The fight will be tomorrow at the big tree in the park. And they were okay with that. And news got around to the others at Fairy Tale. And yeah, like any sane person would. I know I'm speaking sarcastically on this, but what do you think a sane person would do in this situation? If you said, throw a festival, ding ding ding, we've got a winner. Yeah, they decided to throw a festival to celebrate the occasion the night before. Don't ask me why they decided to do this, I don't know, because I would have gone and told Makarov about this. At the very least, he should know that his grandson's still out there and close by. But yeah, everybody is at the festival that night, having a good time and everything. And apparently, like Natsu, Michelle is a bottomless pit when it comes to food. Apparently, from what the clues I'm getting. And I'm sleepy. Yeah, I didn't have to go into work until noon today. The schedule got changed, so I'm happy about that. Otherwise, I would have had to been there at 8. So I would be at work right now if he hadn't changed the schedule. Anyway, before I get too far into this, yeah, it ended up going back to Urza and Gray, and, well, Juvia stalking them. And it kind of got slightly awkward since they weren't even talking, and even Gray said it was kind of awkward since they've never really been on a job by themselves before, because it's always been Urza, Gray, Natsu, and Lucy with them. So he's never actually been on a job, I guess, with Urza by himself before. And, well, Juvia is thinking the worst cases on everything this whole time. And they end up deciding to take a nap while they wait for the bandits to show up because they weren't at their hideout. And, sorry, I got an itch, I'm scratching it. Anyway, we got a very slight moment of Gray thinking Urza's cute when she's sleeping. And that's the one little case of anybody who would have any evidence for Urza and Gray shipping. Which, like I said, I think Urza likes I know Urza likes Jalal, which ain't it, so that ship is not gonna sail anytime soon. And yeah, like I said, Juvia is going off fantasy and everything, and yeah, bandits finally show up. They two go and confront them, and apparently they hired mercenaries, and what do you know? The Vanish Brothers from episode 3, I think? Yeah, episode 3. Way back when, and they look different. The guy who had the ponytail has a lot more hair now. I don't know if that's because it was all in a ponytail, or if he just grew more hair over the 7 years, I don't know. But yeah, Gray fights the two on his own, because Natsu took them down easily before, and he thinks that he shouldn't have too much trouble with that. And it took a bit, but Gray won. Big time. Without Urza's help. And so they stop the bandits, and that's where that ends at the moment, because they're getting ready to head home. Anyway, back with the festival, we would think that Mira was going to sing for everybody, but she apparently has a sore throat, so Gagio's stepping in. So, yeah. Anyway. I'm tired. Anyway, the next day happens, and Wendy's wandering around in the forest because she thought that because she had set this whole thing up because she wanted them to calm down and rethink things and cancel the fight. And she ends up running into Makarov, and I'm like, where the heck have you been this whole time? And Carla actually voices my opinion on this because I would have thought that Makarov would have been in the guild hall at the time when this whole thing was being talked about, but nope, apparently not. And Wendy tells him what's going on, and he flips out over it because, well, it's bad. And when this whole fight is getting ready to go down, sorry. Everybody's there to watch it, obviously. And the reporter guy from before is also there. And Natsu goes up against Loxus first. We get this old big dramatic start to the fight. And with one blow, Natsu goes down. I thought that was very anticlimactic because it was built up, and I thought that we were going to at least get half of the rest of the episode with the fight before that happened, but nope. And yeah, it would have been Gajo's turn, but he took the smart route and left. He knew he was not going to be able to stand a chance against Loxus if Natsu couldn't even do anything. Natsu couldn't even get a hit in. So yeah, he ghosted and left. Everybody rushes off to try and find Gajo because apparently they don't like him being a coward. And Makarov shows up with Wendy. And, well, they have a bit of a stare down before Loxus up and leaves. Because he knows that he's still not allowed to be in the guild. So he leaves. Anyway, what else ends up happening? Oh, yeah, I don't remember who was, I think Panther Lily had shown up at the guild hall and was, mumbling about how Gajo shouldn't have left. I thought you had a warrior's heart and all that. And 3 people show up at the guild. And, well, when I got a good look at them, I was thinking, wait, are they from Edelus? Because that's one of the arcs I skipped, though I know them. I know those people from Edelus, and they sure look a lot like them. But that's where the episode ends, so I cannot speculate further on this because this is touched on more in the next episode. Anyway, yeah, that's about all I have to say. The fight was very anticlimactic and probably not what anybody was expecting, to be honest. Anyway, that is about all I have to say, and I will see everybody next time.